Good morning, y'all. It's about 11 o'clock here in Arkansas on April the 17th. This is a Wednesday. I'm going this afternoon to stitch with my little quilt group that I've been going to for many, many years. And so I thought I would try to do a video before I head out to do that. This one might be a little longer than what I usually do. I typically try to keep mine about 30 minutes, but I think I want to go through my whips to show y'all because I am mainly going to do whips for Stitch Mania. So I kind of want to show you where I am. First of all, though, let's see, where did I put my notes? Well, shoot. Oh, here they are. Sorry, y'all, but I have to have this one thing. Last video I had a giveaway of a $35 gift certificate to the Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock. And Sharon Worm was the winner of that. I drew that name while I was at the Shepherd's Needle one day. And Sharon, I commented on your comment, but I didn't hear back from you. So I will put my email address below, and would you please just email me and let me give you the information on that so you'll be able to redeem it. And then I also had a little Christmas kit that was partially finished. I had found it at a thrift shop. And Colette Rowberry, Colette, you are the one whose name was drawn for that. So also please email me and I'll mail it to you. Okay, sorry, that was on my iPad and I don't know where to put it that it's not going to get knocked off. Okay, now another fun thing today I'm going to be able to do for y'all. Ann Thompson, the owner at the Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock, sent me this Teresa Kogut pattern to give to someone, one of my subscribers. This is called Pray. I had looked at it for myself when I was at the shop the last time and forgot to pick it up. And bless her heart, she sent me this pattern when I ordered some other stuff, and she sent an extra one so I could give it away. So if you are interested in stitching this pattern, and it is absolutely stunning, it uses all DMC threads, and if you'll just comment below and just say I would like to stitch the Teresa Kogut pattern, and before my next video I will draw for that one as well. And thank you so much. Ann's working on doing some videos herself. She's had some things happen and been really busy in the shop and some family issues, so it's taking her a little bit, but pretty soon she's going to have one up for you, and I know you're going to love her as much as I do. I did some pass the stash this last month and sent someone a pattern. I didn't ask for her permission, so I'm not going to tell you her name, other than her first name is Hillary. And as a thank you, she sent me this beautiful floss. Isn't that pretty? And she also sent me this little frog. I've looked all over for these. These go in the top of a mason jar, and they'll hold your scissors. And I love those, and I couldn't find one. I don't know why I couldn't find one, but I just didn't. So, okay. First, I have two whips that I'm working on right now that I want to show you. This one, I didn't bring either of these patterns in here with me because I've shown them before, but if you are interested, you can let me know. This is a French pattern, Bon Noel. Elena gave this to me 2 years ago, I think now, 2017, and I had gotten the little girl done, and so I've now done the basket. There's not much more to this. It says Bon Noel across it, and there's some more flowers in her hand and some more flowers right there. So I'm getting closer. The reason I haven't worked on this very much is I did a very poor job of choosing fabric for this. I love the color of it, but it's a very coarse weave, a coarse feeling fabric. I don't even know what it is right now, although I have it written down somewhere. And this pattern is very delicate. I think when it's finished, it's going to be really pretty, but it's just in the stitching of it that I have struggled because of the coarseness of the fabric. anyway, I'm hoping in the next maybe 2 weeks I'll have that one finished. I also am working on, whoops, my needle came over there. I need to take this one out of the hook for you. Vanna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher, has been stitching 1 hour in the morning on the face of Jesus all during Lent. Well, I decided I would do something similar. I would stitch every morning. That's my similar. And I wanted this pattern, and this is called Tender Father. I'm not sure how much you can see of that. I have done about, I want to say maybe 24 days on it. Something like that. The whole left side, my left side, is complete except for this little bitty space at the bottom where it is one thread over one stitch, and I absolutely detest over one, but it is the verse. And so it needs to be done. I'm thinking of changing the verse, and if I do, I won't have to do it over one. That's a real incentive, isn't it? Since I hate it so bad. There's one other line that's over one right there in the middle. This has a variety of stitches. I did change one row. I don't remember which row now, was more of back stitching kind of letters. And I don't care for that, but I like the eyelet ones, so I did do those. I've gotten so hooked on this one that I don't want to quit stitching on it, and I've been sneaking in stitches in the daytime and not just in the mornings when I'm supposed to be doing it. I have some FFOs that I want to show you. The first one is this pattern called Hair Sampler from Teresa Miller, and it was in the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. Which edition? Spring of 2019. I have completed this one and made him into a little pillow with buttons on this end. This is a batik fabric, and it's really showing up more purple. It is purple, but it's also got some of this color in it that's not really showing here. But anyway, that one's finished. At Market, Stephanie at Lindy Stitches released this pattern called Bunny Lace Trio. I just thought it was really cute and really sweet. And I decided to stitch this one right here in the middle. She used a pale green accent color in there. I changed that to pink because I have a great-granddaughter, and I thought that this would be really cute for a little girl's room. I added lace at the bottom, and whoops, my ribbon's raveling a little bit. This polka dot ribbon, it's actually, you know, at Hobby Lobby, when the season is over, like when Valentine's Day is over, they put all this stuff on sale, and this was one of their little wooden boxes that might have said love on it or something. And I just put batting on top of that and glued it down, and then stretched my picture, my pattern. Y'all, I can't talk today. Stitched piece over that, and then used glue to put the ribbon on top of it. This is a piece of mat board that I stretched that around and then just inserted it in there because it's got a little indentation. I also stitched a free pattern from, let's see, the Snowflower Diaries. And it's also a little bunny because I've been working on Easter stuff. And this is my little bunny. She's just the cutest thing. I had this little box that I bought at the Shepherd's Needle probably 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. I don't even remember when. But it had a padded top, and I added some padding to it and put my little bunny on it because it's oval shaped. I thought it looked like an egg and thought that would be cute. I added some eyelet lace on the side here. There, you can see that better. And then I put ribbon around the top and the bottom because this was a beige I wasn't crazy about. And I just glued those on. Isn't that sweet? Cute, cute, cute. And one other that I showed you this when I finished stitching it. I am doing the Brenda Gervais wordplay, and I'm making them very, very plain because I want them all to go in a basket and I don't need them competing with each other off season. And during the season, I move whatever month it is over to my coffee table in a different little basket. I've forgotten what they call this kind of pillow. Casket? This is the pattern right here. Is that upside down? No, that's good. That's the pattern for that one. I have one Save the Stitches piece. My sister actually found this one. I do not, it was stitched in 1987. I do not know the pattern. I don't know anything about it, but I do think it's beautiful. My wall in my dining room that I showed y'all before is pretty full. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this one, but I will find a spot for it because I just love it. Okay. Oh, I'm doing good on time. I also have a few finished objects. Let's see what I can come up with. This is a blackbird, not blackberries. My brother planted blackberries last week. I guess that's what I'm thinking about. Blackbird Designs Summer, and it's part of the series Summer, Autumn, and Winter. These patterns were a gift to me from Judith in Tulsa, a friend of mine. And I started this one in 2017, but Summer is now finished. This was part of my Stitch 9 challenge. The HI is part of Autumn. I'm going to stitch all three of these all the way across this fabric. Am I getting that in there where you can see it? Yeah, there we go. It's a beautiful pattern. I was a little disappointed in the color of the big flower. It's really not showing up very well at all. It's okay when it's in person, but on here it's a very pale yellow. And I think in the overall scheme of things, it will be fine. If it's not, I will take that out and restitch it when I do the other two. I also finished a couple of little bitty things that I had wanted to stitch. I used a Heartstring Sampleries pattern, one of her festive fob patterns, and did this little tomato pincushion. I don't have any particular plans for it, but I do have some little round, almost like covered button things that I'll put that one on. And I did a couple of things from Casting a Spell, another Blackbird Designs. I don't plan to do this box. I just wanted to do some of the small ones. I may have shown y'all this before, I can't remember. I did the little blackbird. He's a cute thing. And then just the word Halloween. And those will be pretty finished up. Another market pattern that came out this year was Spring Fling by Brenda Gervais. And this little rabbit's face just drew me in. I thought he was the cutest thing. And he is. It did stitch up a little bit bigger than I anticipated. I used the Call For fabric, which is a 32 count pink linen by R&R. And this is how big he turned out. I have no idea how I'm going to finish him. Can't decide. But I love him. He's adorable. Okay, and that's all of my FOs. But I do have some whips to show you. My Stitch Mania plans are definitely not to start something new every day. I am going to start Brick House Sampler because that's one of my Stitch 9 challenges. I'm going to start Teresa Kogut's pattern that I just showed you. Pray is the name of it. And I'm going to start A Savior's Praise by Shakespeare's Peddler. I know I'm going to start those 3 in May. When I finish A Tender Father, A Savior's Praise, I think is going to be my every morning stitch. Or it may be just my Sunday stitch. I have a choice of a couple of others to start. I'm not going to do more than 4 starts, though. I'm sure of that. Anyway, then I have these that I started. Oh, you know, I didn't even bring the dates in here. I had that all written down. I wrote it all out for y'all. This one is called Home is Mom, and it is by Romina Petrucci. I'm not sure I'm saying that right, but that ought to be pretty close. This one was started during Mania last year. This is how far I've gotten on this one. I think it actually is going to be a pretty quick stitch if I just do it. But y'all know how that is. Something else catches your eye. Mrs. McGuire Bee Charmer. And it's a 2016 pattern. Came out at market, I think, in 2016. And I just loved it and started it close after that, I think. And this is as much as I have gotten done on that. Not very much, but hey, it's a start. And you know you can never finish anything if you don't start it. That's my philosophy. This is another Mania start from last year. It's a heartstring samplery called Thou God Seest Me. Very sweet pattern. And this is what I did on it. I started in the upper left-hand corner and got that far. One day's work. Last May was kind of hectic for me. I didn't get to stitch all that I wanted to. That's when Terry got sick, my brother, and so I was spending my time with him. And he is, by the way, a walking miracle, y'all. He's doing so well, excuse me. He has planted a big garden. Got lots of things going. Home with the Brave by Little House Needlework. This was a series of 3, and I've done one of them. I don't remember which one. And this is how far I got on it. I started this one in the center. I never know, you know, I might start in the upper left-hand corner if I know I've got lots and lots of fabric. But if I'm not sure, I start in the middle. This also is a series. Plum Street Sampler Cereal Bowl Collection. This is Sampler Lesson 1. Make use of present time. There are 2 more that I have. I don't know if there are more in this or not. This is Sampler Lesson 2. Ever faithful, ever kind, firm and generous, be thy mind. And then the third one is The Daily Labors of the Bee Awake My Soul to Industry. I want to do all 3 of these. They were kits. They came with their own fabric. And so there's no excuse. Because because I have everything. And this is my start on this one. Got started on the little tree. Ah, love this. I say that about all of them. This is Annie B's folk art. God Save the Queen. That is the most beautiful bee. Love that bee. And just this much started on the bee. Part of his gold stripes. That was a Mania start as well. I don't remember if this was a Mania start or not. It's another Blackbird Designs. And it is in full glory. It looks like this. And gosh, think magnets. I love them, but I have a love-hate relationship going with them. Okay, this is my start on that one. I've gotten the flag, part of the flag, and part of the eagle. Another Plum Street one, Hello Summer. Looks like this. And very little done on this one. That's it. I don't even know what that is. I'll figure it out when I get back to it, I guess. I don't know which part of the pattern that was. Heartstring Samplery. This is the Prairie Life Sampler. Such a pretty pattern. And very, very small start on that one. A flower. And that's it. This last 3 weeks or so, I've had a lot of time to stitch. I hope that I'm able to do that in May as well. Let me see if I can. Well, I have a needle. Oh, there you go. I couldn't tell where that went. Y'all, excuse me just a minute. Let me pull the rest of these out. I actually think total I have 20 webs. The two that I've already shown you earlier are counted in that. Tender Father and Bon Noel. This is all liable to just cascade into the floor. All right. There. That's a little better. This is a fairly recent start, as in after the Midwest retreat. I can't show you that. That's the pattern. But I have the bigger thing. Prairie Schooler. And I'm doing, it's called Harvest Time, but I'm just going to do the turkey. Not all this around it. And I actually have some done on him. Look there. That's not too bad. That's not bad at all. Maybe by Thanksgiving, I'll have him done. Maybe not. Another one of my favorite ones, just because I think it is so darn cute. Judge Not. Isn't that adorable? Plum Street is one of my favorite designers. I have several. I couldn't pick one because that'd be like picking a favorite child, but I've gotten one little sheep done. Started another one right there. And their little faces, oh my goodness. The cutest, the cutest. This is actually not one of my whips, but it is one I'm going to work on in May. And it is mine because it was gifted to me. Abby Bella Stitch started Miss Mary Mac. Didn't like the fabric that she chose, and so she was going to restart it, and she gifted this one. It's a Lottie-Da pattern. Too cute. She gifted her start to me, and I am going to work on it for Mania. And look, y'all, look at how much she got done. She got a lot of it done. It is tiny. I don't know what count this fabric is. It may be 40 count. I'm not sure. But I got some more thread because I wasn't sure there was enough in here when she sent it to me. It's a silk thread. Okay. Here we go, y'all. Lila's Studio Let Freedom Ring. Okay, we all know that this is a gorgeous, gorgeous pattern. It's huge. For me, it's huge. It is, I don't know how many stitches. I don't see it on. Oh, here it is. 311 by 238. I love this pattern. I think it's gorgeous. I hate it too. And the problem is not the pattern. The problem is the fabric I chose. I don't like it. And this is all that I've gotten done on it. So, it may go away. This may go away. I might finish out just enough of this little flower that I could make a small pillow out of it. But I want to restart this on a different piece of fabric. And so this may not remain in my whip pile for Mania. It may go away. It may be banished. This one is my oldest whip. It's a Rosewood Manor Cornwall Cottage that I started in 2016. We even had a little stitch along going with 2 or 3 of us for a while. And somehow I got sidetracked. This is what I've started on it. I am going to work on this one in May for sure. I love this pattern. I just love it. I love the colors in this pattern. Let's see, am I getting you the left-hand corner? There we go. That's where that starts, I think. Anyway, it's beautiful. And so I'm going to continue to work on that one. Maybe I should do that as my 1-hour morning stitch after Tender Father, just to be sure that it's worked on, you know? Okay, that's all my whips. It could be worse, couldn't it, people? I don't have 100, like some people I know. About 20, but that's too many for me. And so I'm going to use Mania to work on those. The Stitch 9 is going to help me a lot. I am working towards doing every month one of the 9 so that I'll be through by September. But as I finish one, I do 2 or 3 little things, you know, like the ones I showed you earlier, to kind of break that up for me. But I am going to focus really hard this summer on all of these whips. Even after May, I'm going to focus on finishing these one at a time. My Stitch 9 Challenge whips that I didn't bring in here, I have 4 left in there, I believe. I know I have Early Americans. Grateful, Thankful, Blessed is another one that I have that I need to work on. And then I need to do a few more of the Noah's Ark pieces for ornaments. I'd like to be able to gift some of those at Christmas. And I did some time ago I did one pattern out of the Hometown Holidays series. I'd love to do that in a scene like Deb, I believe it's Deb from Country Stitchers that did that. I think that's who it was, that I thought was so beautiful. So I'm going to maybe try to do that. All right, I think that's all I've got. I made it to 30 minutes. I mean, I stayed right about 30 minutes, so I'm really glad about that. Don't forget, Sharon Worm and Colleen, I've lost your name again, or Colette, who was that? Let me, be sure you send me email me so I can get your address. And then if you want to stitch Teresa Koget's pattern, please put that in your comments. And I think that's all that I have. I hope all of you are doing well and that the start of springtime has blessed you. We have been blessed many times with rain. We have been abundantly blessed with pollen. Cade came over yesterday. All of y'all know my great-grandson. And his mother brought him down with his little battery-operated four-wheeler. They come down to our house. We live about 4 blocks away. And they come down here because I have a straight stretch of road in front of my house where he can ride right on the side of the road, and it's relative. We all walk beside him. But he wanted to go to the lake. He kept saying the water, the water. So we went to the lake a couple of different times and let him look. And we have some concrete benches down there, and we had him sit down in the middle of the bench at one point, and he pointed at me and said, Moan, come on here, sit. And he patted the bench, and I sat down beside him. And then he called his mama, Mama, come here, sit on the other side of him. And then he looked at his grandpa and said, I don't know what he's saying, either Papa or Bappa. Come sit. Well, there definitely wasn't room on that bench for all of us, but he wanted all of us in a little row right there looking. He was really sweet. He's a sweet little boy. And Raven came to see me this last weekend, and she's coming again on Saturday. She's the prettiest baby. Right now, she has a little stranger anxiety, and she would prefer to have her mama and her daddy, and she is quite able to let you know that's who she wants. She doesn't want anybody else holding her. I hope she gets past that pretty soon. I changed my sewing room around. You may have noticed that. I did clean in here. Give it a pretty thorough cleaning and organized. I'll show you right here on my cutting table. I put right there cross stitch patterns. That is not all of them by any means, because my favorite designers are all in where I stitch. Anyway, I like this arrangement for right now. I like changing furniture. I changed my bedroom around a couple of weeks ago too. Well, I say my husband helps a little bit with that. So that's all I've got today, y'all. I hope you have a wonderful spring, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.